Welcome back to CTV Morning Live, our Ask the Expert segment with Scott Watson from Watson's Pharmacy. They have the two locations now. You can give us a call, 789-6559, extension 2803 to give us a call live on the air. You can also reach us via our email, via Twitter, via Facebook. We're starting into the topic of cold and flu. We hit on so many of the capabilities of the pharmacies now, but also we can take on our own responsibility and little things that we can do actually to help prevent infection and to kind of keep off the bugs. I want to get to some of the lists.
These are all very good things that each of us individually can do to help prevent and...
Reminders.
Yes.
Okay.
So washing hands, very important. Using hand sanitizers throughout the day. On our pharmacy counter, we actually keep that Purell and just use that constantly throughout the day. So it's very important for healthcare professionals especially to use it because we come into contact with so many potentially sick people. So. Of course, the cough and sneeze into your arm, very important, and they've been doing a great job of teaching that through the schools. I actually see my little children actually do this. It's quite incredible. So if people can remember to do that, that's great. Common areas, very clean, just keep everything disinfected. Keep doing what you're doing, but if you do get sick, maybe stay at home just so you don't, because that is how the flu is transmitted. It's a simple cough that goes into the air and then droplets land. Somebody picks it up, puts it in, and then it's transmitted.
I love those commercials when you see someone picking up the apple and then sneezing and then touching the door, and then it's just it's amazing how fast it's able to spread just simply from our hands.
That's right.
So,
incredible. Lots of information at a website, fightflu.ca, tons of information. But if you do feel that, like if you're having that really severe flu and you do want some help, I mean, health professionals can help a lot.
Okay, this is going to be my first question then, because oftentimes I'll have people walk in and they're feeling horrible. But how do you differentiate between what's a cold and what's the flu?
So generally, I mean, it's not always perfect, but a cold is a little bit milder, so it's not quite as severe. Flu, you'll often see a fever, muscle aches. Cold is usually just in your nose and throat and some cough. Cold is much milder, it lasts 3 to 5 days, 3 to 7 days. Flu is much more strong and it lasts can be upwards of several weeks. So.
What happens when people say, well, they got like a 24-hour bug? Where does that fall into place? You know, if everything seems to be involved, that would be too graphic.
And everybody's immune system is different, and I think certain virus strains are different as well. So the strength and of that disease can be varied between different flu viruses or cold viruses. So
they all run into their own little category.
That's right. That's right.
Prevention, we've got a couple of things here too, right?
So I think in terms of prevention, I mean, the jury's still out on a lot of these things, and but there are many studies showing benefit and many studies showing, well, we're not really sure. So I think it's, as long as it's not interacting with medicines, if people want to take some supplements, I think it can be a good thing. So vitamin D is obviously the one, and the big reason is, you know, the sun goes down in latitude as we go into the winter months, and we don't get as much sunshine here in the northern parts of the world. And so the vitamin D levels go down, and that kind of makes sense, but then also colds and flus come up. So is there a link there? Well, we're not too sure, but the recommendation is taking at least 1,000 units of vitamin D from the winter months, so October through to April. And some people even take 2,000. So I think 1 or 2 tablets, 1 or 2 doses every day is not a bad idea. Vitamin C is also, the jury is still out whether or not it's helping. I mean, a lot of research has gone into that. And I actually think it's a good thing. So I usually recommend taking up to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day as well.
There's lots of different varieties too that you can take. You know, you can take the chewable capsules. The one thing I really started to enjoy was the tablets. Yeah. Drop it into a glass of water and then, you know.
Oh, the fizz, yes. It's wonderful.
And you're getting, if you pop one of those, I think they're 500 mils or up to 1,000 milligrams.
Right.
You can get, right?
You can get just about any strength, So upwards
you haven't tried those.
They're really good, aren't they?
So it would be something that you would recommend it too. Okay, and then.
Zinc is another thing that I like to recommend. It's shown to help heal skin and whatnot, but it can also heal your throat and also help fight a flu. So these are other, that's a mineral that can be used as well. And you'll see that a lot in lozenges, zinc lozenges. I recommend those a lot. And so many uses of zinc. Then there are these immune boosters, and of course, we've all heard of cold effects.
Yes.
Seen the commercials out there. That's ginseng. That's the active component of ginseng. But there are many different types of immune boosters out there. Echinacea was probably the first one that we used to talk about when I was just starting in pharmacy. And I think they are okay as well. Now, just make sure if you are taking any other medicines to consult your doctor or your pharmacist just to make sure that it's safe.
But there's no adverse reactions.
That's
okay,
right.
We're going to get to some questions just coming in, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back to answer your questions with Scott Watson from Watson's Pharmacy right after this.
Good.
What they gotta just to make you stay, and I hunt you down, you ever run away from me.